everybody. It is Monday again. Oh, and here comes Midna. She knows it's time. Literally did not want anything to do with me until I opened my big mouth. She did not even want to get up in my lap or get on my desk when I was testing my microphone and I was talking like 10 minutes ago. Nope. She knows when the camera goes on because she's a little attention whore, aren't ya? Aren't ya? Yep. Anyway, it's Monday. I hope you guys are having a good day, having a good start to your week. Hopefully, mine will get a little bit better as it goes on. Work was mega hell today. It's not great. Wasn't great. Also, I seem to be having some sort of allergic reaction to something. So if you see me like stepping away to like just my face to like try and like pull myself away from the edge of clawing my entire face off of my face. No, you don't worry about it. You didn't see anything. It's just my skin is just straight up not having a good time. I have a couple ideas of what it might be, but I don't know. Hell, it could just be because it's cold as shit. It is so cold, and I hate the fall and I hate the winter because of it. Sorry, I know fall is like the favorite, unpopular opinion, but summer is the best season. I hate the cold. So I'm in my blanket, in my jacket. Also, one other thing that I'm going to complain about. We're just going to get all the complaints out right here on the front so I don't have to complain about it later. Complaining, my hand hurts. This is kind of part of the hell that was work today. So I have my compression glove on for my clicking hand. So that way, I'm going to jump down in a different direction. Usually she jumps up, she jumped down. What's happening? Who are you? I'm going to be playing some more Ace Attorney today. I've been in an Ace Attorney mood. I know I literally said I was going to play the Great Ace Attorney like ages ago, and I'm so behind, but schedules just, it's a lot. Blah, blah. But I'm going to play some more Ace Attorney Investigations. We're really like coming to the end, and I've just been in a mood. I finally, oh my god, I literally went back to my 3DS and I played the extra case for Dual Destinies that I forgot to play. I literally finished Dual Destinies and jumped right into Spirit of Justice, and I forgot that there was an extra case, so I went back and I finished it the day before, over the weekend. I finished it well, I guess yesterday was the weekend. Whatever, y'all know what I'm saying. But I finished it, and I loved it. It was the one where Phoenix defends a killer whale named Orla, and she's great. And now I'm back into Spirit of Justice, and I'm almost done with that as well. I'm like halfway done with that. So the Great Ace Attorney is going to happen. I wasn't lying. I'm just behind schedule constantly. But we're going to play Ace Attorney Investigations. We're going to finish the other games before we jump into that weird prequel kind of dealio. And so I'm going to play more of that. I'm going to throw the trigger and content warnings up for you guys. Which one is it? Is it this one? Yes. Wait, what's the other one? Oh yeah, that's Yuppie Psycho. I can tell because there's a lot more of them. Okay. Yeah, so here are the trigger and content warnings for Ace Attorney Investigations. Blood and gore, death and suicide. It's a murder mystery game. There's parental death, lots of father figure type themes and motifs, daddy issues, if you will. But on a more serious note, yes, there is parental death. Some domestic violence, which I think we kind of saw some of that a little bit, like accidental, sort of, but not. And child abuse. There was, the whole thing with Sebastian. Gun violence, finger and toe mutilation. I can't really remember what the finger and toe mutilation was, but according to Does the Dog Die, it was listed, so I'm gonna keep it in there. Bone breaking, suffocation. Definitely saw the kidnapping last time. Some stalking. Clowns. I don't remember the clowns, but maybe they're coming. All the characters are basically clowns, let's be real. Anxiety attacks, gaslighting, claustrophobic scenes, mild shaky cam, flashing lights and images, and some fat jokes. Just I swear to God, they're in like every anime related thing ever. Oh. But these are your content and trigger warnings, so please be mindful. If any of these affect you, you can obviously step out and, you know, or just if you just can't look at it or something, like, you know, if it's just the sight of something like blood or whatever, you need to step away. By all means, these are here to make everybody aware so they can properly make themselves comfortable. And that's that. Now, on to the game. When we last left off on our whirlwind adventure of sorry, I'm trying to change it over to, nope, that's not what I was asking for. I forgot my hotkey for it. That's really weird. You know what? I'll just leave it like this. It seems to be working just fine. I was gonna try to put it in performance mode, but I'm still trying to get used to OBS Studio. Like I said, when I first dipped my toes into it, it's like a little bit different, but I am perfectly separated from Streamlabs now. Totally separated. All of my commands, alerts, everything, like chat commands and whatever, are all running through Stream Elements and OBS Studio and just Twitch itself. So I'm totally separate from Streamlabs. Yay, I spent the weekend doing that. And so far, I'm really liking Stream Elements. I don't want to say it and like accidentally jinx it because there was that last time where I tried OBS and it just kept crashing. But we'll see how it goes. I think I know how to like minimize some CPU stuff. So anyway, on with the game. Hello? Where's my audio? Where's my audio? Do I need to start over? Do I need to load it? It doesn't look like it's moving. Load state? There it goes. Oh, that's quite loud for me. Oh gosh, that was in my ear hole directly. Anyway, moving right along. So, okay, last time we left off, Nicole over here was looking pretty sus. In my personal opinion, looking pretty sus. She said that, ironically, Kay had blasted her ear holes by screaming like, oh, I just bugged places. I think Nicole is the culprit. Honestly, I do. I do think Nicole's the culprit. But we shall see. Do I have things to logic together? I think I actually have maybe something? Oh, yes, the event at the Coliseum and the sound of an explosion is probably what that, yeah. Maybe? Let's see if we start this. Yes, we're starting off right. Let's do it. Okay, Mr. Keys, didn't you say that there were fireworks at the Coliseum earlier?
What about him?
I keep thinking that the mask on his shirt is, the mask from, it's like a mask from, wait, am I thinking of two different masks? Hold on. Well, I was gonna say it looked like the mask from Banjo-Kazooie. Not Banjo-Kazooie. Oh my god. Crash Bandicoot! My brain is all over the place. Those are totally separate things. Actually, I was gonna say it looked like the one from Crash Bandicoot, but then I was like, actually it looks more similar to Adolwa from Majora's Mask. But now I just Googled Adolwa from Majora's Mask, and like, not really. I don't know. It's reminiscent. Obviously, I knew they weren't the same, but they're reminiscent of each other. But I digress. Were those fireworks set off during the day?
Yeah, even just while we were there, a bunch of them were set off.
That's weird. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? That explosion sound we heard at the end of the kidnapper's phone call. Could very well have been the fireworks. Well, I would hope it's fireworks and not a gunshot. I have coffee, by the way, because I'm freezing my ass off. Look at this cute little cup. It's just so cute. It's part of a set that my grandmother gave me. It's just so petite, a petite little cup. I don't think you can get away with this. And come and get me, I'll be looking forward to it. That is, if you can bring me to justice, but I highly doubt that. Boom! For the sound to have been picked up by the phone, it must have been fairly loud. So that means the culprit was near the Coliseum. Not necessarily. But we shall see. Even so, I bet the fireworks can be heard in lots of places around the Coliseum. Indeed, it would be impossible for us to search the entire area by ourselves. If only we could have the police lend us a hand. Gumshoe? Gumshoe? You're part of the police. Can you lend us a hand? Gumshoe, can you lend us a hand, please? Can I present something? This maybe? Ha! Mr. Edward, you're such a joker. Even if you show that to me, I still have no idea what it is, sir. He proclaimed that quite proudly. Okay, well, what if I showed him this? Nope, that's not helpful. What about this? Nope. Well, damn. Oh wait, I forgot. I have to investigate this whole other area. Gummy said John headed towards the garbage pickup area. Indeed, there might be some traces of him left behind. Oh boy. Oh no, spilled milk! What are we to do? This milk carton it's the one John was drinking out of. There's no mistake, something must have happened to John here. Garbage pickup at 11. The garbage pickup time was at 11 a.m., so that's why there's no trash. When I looked here earlier, the place was overflowing with garbage. Oh, sorry, that's Gumshoe. When I looked here earlier, the place was overflowing with garbage, sir. And there she goes. Always jumping. It was overflowing with garbage. Looks like today is the day when bulk waste is collected during the garbage pickup. There really were a lot of bulky items placed here, pal. The garbage truck's compactor can crush any kind of garbage to dust. No, it seems in the case of bulk waste, it is transported as is without being crushed. Huh? Why do you know about how bulk waste is disposed of, Mr. Edgeworth? Ah, maybe Mr. Shields, in order to accomplish his Mr. Edgeworth acquisition plan, sent him something like a moving process instructional brochure. What? Why would he do that? There are times when you're so sharp it's scary, although they're few and far between. Wait, really? Did he actually send him a moving brochure? Combined with Detective Gumshoe's testimony, the chances are high that John was attacked at the garbage pickup area. Okay. If it was here, then there wouldn't be many witnesses. But why would John have come to a place like this? It would be natural to think that he came here to throw something away. We have no way of knowing since the garbage truck has already collected everything. What about this lock? Looks like the garbage pickup area is locked. It's probably to prevent people outside of the Grand Tower from disposing of their trash here. I guess that's really it. Maybe I can logic something out of that? I don't know. Oh, the cars that came through. Oh, wait, no. Maybe? Oh, it is right. Okay, cool. I mean, I figured, but sometimes Ace Attorney can be like, well, but how did you get to that conclusion? And it's like, I mean, it's logic, but okay, I guess I'll show my work. The only vehicles that came through the plaza this morning were the taxi and a blue truck. And Mr. DeBest was kidnapped in that taxi. Yes, meanwhile, John was attacked in the garbage pickup area. And the garbage was collected from there at 11 a.m. I've got it, sir. The blue truck was actually... That's right. The blue truck that came through the plaza was a garbage truck. Good job! However, be that as it may, the officer who gave us this information made no mention that the blue truck was a garbage truck. Talk about careless. How could someone mistake a garbage truck for a normal truck? That's not it, Kay. Today was the day for the collection of bulk waste. I suspect it was a standard truck without a trash compactor that came by to collect the trash. John was taken away by this garbage truck. And where do garbage trucks go? To the dump, of course. Hold up. The culprit was disguised as a garbage collector? Sorry. The culprit was disguised as a garbage... Brain is moving much faster than my mouth. The culprit was disguised as a garbage collector, right? Then the truck was probably fake, too. How do we know they really went to the dump? No, the garbage truck should have been real. Why's that? That will be made clear if you simply take a look at the garbage pickup area. This shows that the garbage truck John was kidnapped in was real. Because the garbage is gone?
Take that!
There's something important there? The spot alone is evidence enough that the garbage truck was a real one. Wouldn't you agree? No, I don't. What? If it wasn't a real garbage truck, it wouldn't have been able to collect the trash. Yeah, that's why I pointed to the fact that there's no trash there. I guess the sign? Like...
Take that!
I mean... What the... Oh, so it's not the sign? The lock?
Take that!
I'm confused. The garbage pickup area is locked. Ah, only a real garbage collector could have unlocked it to collect the trash. But when they showed the trash before, it showed that it was like all over the ground, not like behind the locked door. Hold on, that's like not, wait, that's fucking, come on, man. That's what I'm fucking talking about though. Like, you think you got it and then it's like, but you didn't point to the right place. Like, obviously I knew it was because they went and actually collected the garbage. Anyway, whatever, I got it eventually. Precisely, we should assume that a genuine garbage truck was used. See, it showed the garbage like outside of the gate, like, whatever. For example, the kidnapper could have put John into a large cardboard box. The box was mixed in with the rest of the bulk waste. The garbage collector would have carried John away without even knowing it. Exactly. The culprit would then lie in wait at the garbage dump. And if they said, I threw it away by mistake, the box would be returned to them. Any garbage dumps nearby? There's two. Let's see. Ah, there's two of them. Dusk and dawn. So which garbage dump was he taken to? Probably dawn, since it's by the Coliseum. Could there be a hint in any of the information that I held? I'm gonna go near the Coliseum. I did it. Based on the explosion sound we heard from the kidnapper's phone, we know that John is being confined someplace in the vicinity of the Coliseum. One of the garbage dumps is right next to the Coliseum. Oh, sorry, that was K. Whatever. John was almost certainly taken there. In which case, the place he is being confined to must also be somewhere close by. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Could I ask you to search the area around this garbage dump? You don't have to ask me like we're strangers, sir. It feels so distant. Please, just order me around like you normally do. I'm not gonna make it weird. I'm not gonna make it weird. But it's like leaving it wide open for me to make it weird though. Please, sir. Please just order me around. Please. Ah! Anyway, Are you sure, detective? Right now, I'm not a prosecutor.
Didn't I tell you, sir? Detectives don't just investigate for the sake of prosecutors.
You have my thanks, detective. Mr. Edgeworth, look, it's almost time. Oh God. Yes, it would be best if we hurry. They should also be at their limit. Probably. Detective Gumshoe, I'm counting on you.
Leave it to me, sir. This may be an unofficial investigation, but I'll call in all of my pals from the station to help.
I'll help too. Stealing John back is my job after all. I will be returning to the courtroom. I might be able to draw out some more time. Okay, well then, even in the depths of night. The clock just struck 2. We have to hurry.
Yes, sir.
Ah, my introduction! When no other bird dares to take flight! Oh boy. Oh my God, I'm sorry. It reminded me. Did y'all see that fucking, it's not a meme, but it was like a photo edit thing of, I think it was like some sort of coach or something talking about the trial of Kyle Rittenhouse, and the coach was rightfully pissed that Kyle Rittenhouse got off scot-free. When he absolutely should have been a convicted murderer, but I digress. The fucking, I don't know who edited it. I don't know who the fucking designer was, but they did not do their due diligence, and they picked like, I think they clearly must have Googled like courtroom background or something, because they used a fucking Ace Attorney courtroom as the background of their like little Photoshop job. I just, such a serious thing, and they just pulled from. Anyway, the courtroom reminded me. I just couldn't. But if you think I'm lying, it's fucking real. Like it was all over Twitter. Where did my sound go? Where did my sound go? Oh no! Don't do this to me. Save. Oh, okay, well, at least I have a workaround. My headset has been, like, connecting and disconnecting recently, and it's been really irritating. I think I need to update some drivers or whatever. But anyway.
Well, if it isn't for Prosecutor Edgeworth.
Blaze to best.
Witness, fast forward, you're not done talking yet. Like I said, you see, why exactly would have needed to help that person out, Your Honor? You know, it's a crying shame, having a beautiful woman declared guilty. Honestly, it brings tears to my eyes. But you see, there's no reason for me to go out of my way to hide evidence just to save her.
However, we still have the testimony of your son, Prosecutor Best. He testified that he handed the evidence over to you.
Well, I haven't had the slightest clue what he was talking about. I simply can't imagine why Sebastian would have said something like that, you know?
Objection! What if there is evidence that shows your connection with Warden Roland?
And just what do you think you're doing, former Prosecutor Edgeworth? I was under the impression that you're no longer in any position to stand in court.
Miles Edgeworth, how dare you barge into my prosecutor's bench? Francisca, I'm sorry. I need you to lend me the bench for a little while. What are you saying? Judge Courtney, I've brought vital evidence related to this case. Your Honor, please allow me to testify. Is she gonna allow it?
She never allows.
Objection.
Courtney, Uncle Ray also asks that he be allowed to testify. There are no objections from the prosecution either, right? Francisca, understood. The prosecution has no objections.
Objection.
Dude, you can't object. You're the fucking witness.
There's no way you can allow something like this, you know, such high-handed methods. Surely are enough to warrant being held in contempt of court, wouldn't you say, Courtney?
Courtney? Come on, Courtney. Girl. Girl. Come on, girl. As long as John is still in danger, Judge Courtney cannot rule against the warden. I must convey to her somehow that the search for her son is progressing. Judge Courtney, I ask that you have faith in me and my assistant. Now that you mention it, where exactly is she? She is currently out searching for the most important piece of evidence.
Objection.
It's a waste of time. There's no such evidence. Are you stalling for time? How disgraceful.
Objection.
Most important piece of evidence, huh? Courtney Pie? I don't really know what that evidence is, but I think we should have faith in her. After all, even if she may not look like it, she's still the great thief Yatagarasu. Somehow, it seems that Mr. Shields understands. Judge Courtney, we've already determined the general location of that evidence. It's only a matter of time before she steals the evidence back. We got you, Courtney. I understand. Then I shall give you special permission to testify. Yay! We got permission! Thank you, Your Honor.
This is ridiculous.
This vital evidence that you have found, please present it to the court. Blaise DeBest and Patricia Rowland are somehow connected. Allow me to present the evidence that proves it. Let's see if I can remember what that evidence was from last time. I think it is... What is it? Knightley's Mementos.
Take that.
Right? Blaise DeBest, this shows that you and Patricia Rowland are...
Objection.
Ah, shit, dude, it was wrong.
It's sad, Miles. Truly sad, you know. For you to accuse me of being a criminal by presenting evidence like that. If you're gonna present evidence, you should present something more meaningful, you know?
I was stalling for time. I was just stalling for time, you know? Like, trying to help Kay and Gumshoe. Anyway, piece of evidence that connects them. Shit. Let me take a sip of water. Do I have anything like that? I should.
What's wrong, Edgeworth? Just as I thought. You can't prove a thing, can you?
Yes, I can. You shut up. You shut your mouth, damn it.
Patricia Rowland and I aren't connected at all.
Nah, you were, though. You're wrong, Blaise DeBest. There's definitely a connection. I shall prove it. Which piece of evidence shows? Oh, it literally says there on the report, a report on Knightley's connection with Dogan by Patricia Rowland to Blaise DeBest. I'm a fucking dumbass. There it is. This document contains a detailed report regarding the interrogation of a certain man. A certain man? That man being the late Horace Knightley. And the one who interrogated him was the defendant in this trial, Patricia Rowland. So that means that was the interrogation where... That's right. Patricia Rowland murdered Knightley in the aftermath of the interrogation. And that very interrogation was being recorded in this written report. That definitely sounds like vital evidence. Miles Edgeworth, just now you referred to that document as a written report. Now, just what is it about was the written report for? I thought you might ask. I'm so glad you asked, Francisca. And that's precisely what is most important about this report. We found this document inside the safe in the storeroom on the 51st floor of the Grand Tower, which is one hell of a sentence. The 51st floor is the storeroom for the black market auction. Indeed, and the conductor of the auction was you, Blaise DeBest. Oh, but you quiet now, huh, bitch? You received a report about the victim from Warden Rowland. In the face of this evidence, can you still say you have no connection to this case?
In regards to that, I refuse to answer.
What?
It has yet to be proven in court that I was the conductor of the black market auction.
Oh, have you already forgotten the events of this morning? This morning? I believe I had already proved it back then, did I not?
I will not deny that I was bested by you. However, that was at the crime scene. Who knows if the results will be the same in court, and acquittal is still possible, you see. Until it's been proven in court that I'm the conductor of the black market auctions. You can't prove that document was addressed to me.
Ah, shit. None of these events have happened up until now in court. Shit, he's right. Listen, him and, what was his, Damon Gaunt, I think is his name, in that special, like, in-between case that they added to the DS versions. Oh my fucking god. It's like the first introduction to Emma Skye and Lana Skye. That, which, by the way, that was a doozy of a case, but, like, him, Blaze DeBest, and Damon Gaunt are, like, just shitbirds. They're, like, the fucking worst, okay? They're the worst. Your logic is twisted.
It's not very nice, you know. My logic isn't twisted, is it, Courtney? Don't you feel the same way? It was quite unlike you to allow former prosecutor Edgeworth's statement just now, you know. It saddens me, you see, that you would fail to uphold the law as a judge should. In fact, I'm so upset by this, I may have no other choice but to use my last resort, you know?
Is he, oh my god. Is he gonna burn the fucking, what are you doing? Dude! It is as you say. What the fuck? What does that mean? Something that has not been proven in court does not merit any deliberation. Oh, Courtney, no! I will have to overrule Mr. Edwards' claim. As I thought, until John has been rescued.
You see, the truth at the scene and the truth in the courtroom are two very different things.
So, you're saying, man, that's just, I'm sorry, that statement just hit a whole lot different because of this week's events. I guess last week's events, but... Oh my god, girl. Anyway, so you're saying the truth can be distorted in court as long as it's for your sake. This is a little too real.
What a horrible thing to say. I'm not distorting the truth or anything like that, you know? If a not guilty verdict is handed down, then that becomes the truth. That's all it is, you see?
I want to flip this desk. Oh, this is really fucked up. It's useless. There's nothing we can do unless the missing evidence turns up.
Now then, Courtney, why don't you deliver a not guilty verdict and let's get this over with? After all, that evidence isn't gonna show up anytime soon, you know.
Objection!
Sebastian! Baby boy! Who raised an objection just now? Baby boy! Look at him! Pop!
Sebastian? Why did you come back here now, of all times?
Sebastian, what is the meaning of this? Just where were you and what have you been doing since you abandoned your own child? I'm sorry, I was, such an act is unbecoming of a prosecutor. You should be ashamed. Well, listen, first of all,
Sebastian, you still don't get it, you know? This court is no place for a sniveling child such as yourself.
Pops, Get it, baby boy! Did you see that? Oh my god, did you see that? He fucking sucked it up and he's like, I'm about to wreck this bitch. I've come to present new evidence, Your Honor. Baby boy, I'm so proud of you! Oh! So please, let me take my pleas back at the prosecutor's bench. Sebastian, I didn't think he would come back. I didn't have any confidence in you, but you proved me wrong.
Objection.
What is all this now, Sebastian? You don't seem at all like your normal self. Come now, what's the matter? You want Daddy to play with you?
Nope. Moving on.
Is that it? Well then why don't we just head on back home?
Return to the witness stand.
What's wrong? You're shaking like a leaf.
Your Honor, the prosecutor officially in charge of this case has arrived with new evidence. The trial is still in session. In light of this, shouldn't we continue with the proceedings? Sorry, hold on. Can't speak. Come on, Courtney, you know it's right. Naturally, the defense has no... Oh my god, that's way too twangy. I gotta dial it back. He's like old style. Naturally, the defense has no objections, Your Honor. I'm sure the defense attorney originally in charge would say the same. The prosecution has no objections either, Your Honor. Come on, Courtney, they're handing it to you. Continue with the proceedings. That won't be necessary. Isn't that right, Courtney? Blaze still believes that he was the one who kidnapped John. As long as John still hasn't been found, Judge Courtney will remain bound by Blaze, and nothing else will change that. Oh, she's losing it. Courtney, no! Oh, it's her cell phone. That sound is... her cell phone. My phone as well? Uncle Ray's phone is also... as a group call? Mr. Edgeworth! Mr. Shields! Oh, they found him! Aww! Look at them, they're so happy! We found John, sir! We rescued John! Excellent work, detective. Ray, that kid was the most important piece of evidence, right? Way to go, Kay. I wanted to spread the word quickly, so I had everyone call. Judge Courtney, it's for you. Yes, I see. I'm so glad you're safe. Make sure you properly thank everyone, okay? Be careful and come home safe. Still can't figure out how she's a small, but okay. Oh, she about to bring the beat down. Let's go. Let us resume the proceedings. Now that I may once again swing my gavel to my heart's content. Ha! You're kidding, right? This is just a sad joke, you know. Witness, this is no joke. Please return to the stand. Prosecutor DeBest as well. Promptly return to your seat at the prosecutor's bench. Yes, Your Honor. You can do it, Sebastian. Come on, baby boy. Sebastian DeBest. Yes, Miss Von Karma? I leave the rest to you. Huh? Going up against your own father. It won't be easy. I shall observe how things pan out. From the Galilee. That was French. That was not German. That was French. I'm sorry. I'm so bad at German accents. I'm working on it, y'all. Now then, allow me to ask once more. Is the prosecution ready? Prosecutor DeBest, what is this new evidence you wish to present? The missing knife and chisel, Your Honor. You mean they've finally been found? Those calorie noises, oh boy. Prosecutor DeBest, is this true? The knife and chisel, I wasn't able to find them. I searched and searched, I really did, but it was already too late. Too late? What do you mean? I remembered this morning when I passed by Pops in the garage at home. He was holding something wrapped in a newspaper. Pops, where are you going?
Sebastian just taking out some trash.
At that moment, I heard it. The faint sound of a bell. Oh no, the chisel had the bell on it, didn't it? Or no, it was the knife? One of the weapons had the bell because of Dogen. Could that sound have been by any chance? The bell attached to Dogen's chisel. In other words, you're saying that the witness threw away the evidence. I searched for it, but he didn't make it in time. I'm sorry. Where exactly did you search for it? I don't know what voice I just did there. The garbage dump. Oh, look at him digging through the trash. Oh my god. I went to the garbage dump and searched everywhere. I thought the evidence Pops threw away had to be there. Isn't that... Oh, that's why he was running. He was embarrassed. So at that time, he had gone to the garbage dump. But, this is all I could find. It smells rather peculiar. Now that you mention it, there's kind of a funky smell coming from you as well. What do you expect? There's digging through garbage. And one of the knives. Can we really not make fun of this poor teenage boy who literally just dug through the trash? Like, this poor kid. I think it's buried somewhere on that giant mountain of trash. But I couldn't find it by myself. I understand. I shall accept this into evidence.
Well done, Sebastian. You never betray my expectations, you know? You searched so desperately through the garbage, and that's all you have to show for it. Oh, what a tearjerker. I'm tearing up already.
Objection.
It's a bit early for tears, don't you think? We haven't examined the evidence properly yet.
I think it's just a pointless waste of time, you know?
I'm counting on you, Sebastian. Miles, show them that the truth can be exposed in court and take them down. Mr. Shields is backing us up. Now all we need is a breakthrough. Prosecutor DeBest, let's take a closer look at the evidence. Right. Let's do it. Let's have a look inside. It'd be great if we could find some proof. What is in this garbage? This is the bell that was attached to Dogen's chisel. Are there any traces left behind on it? It's no good. There's not even a single smudge on it. What did you find, Prosecutor DeBest?
Did you even find anything?
Darn it.
Of course you find nothing. Something like that can't be called evidence, you know? All it is trash. It may be sad, but that's the truth, you see.
Were Sebastian's efforts all for naught? No! That bell, there's only 2 in the world, right? Indeed, this bell does not seem to be valid evidence. However... Mr. Edgeworth, are you really going up?
Calm as always, Edgeworth. Quite unlike Sebastian here.
Or you. You have tears in your eyes at, like, literally any given moment. Well then, is the prosecution finished with its argument? Oh my gosh, I really need water after doing Blaze's voice. It's like, ugh, it's so hard on my throat.
Objection.
Sebastian! Justine, not yet. We're not through yet. There's still something we haven't examined.
You're still not giving up. Struggling in vain's not cute at all, you know.
It seems Sebastian hasn't given up yet either. I was just thinking the exact same thing. The last item remaining. Is it trash or is it evidence? If we don't examine it, we'll never find out. The item I'm thinking of is the newspaper. We're still not done examining the newspaper that the bell was wrapped in. It seems that Sebastian has the same idea as I do. Wow! He's learning! Look at him go!
Wow, this is just wonderful, you know? So wonderful, it's to cry for. Is it desperation or simply reckless abandon? Are you really going to pin all your hopes on a worthless scrap of newspaper?
Huh. We won't know for sure whether or not it's worthless until we examine it, will we? Sebastian, let's examine it. Post-haste! Oh, cool, we're back to the post-haste. So, I'm assuming what's on the newspaper. The handprint with the fancy gloves. Is this a handprint? I'm sorry, I keep forgetting to switch my screen. It's a handprint. There's something greasy on here too. Is it oil? Judge Courtney, we'd like to request a fingerprint analysis on this paper. Could you please summon someone from forensics? Your request is accepted. Contact the lab at once.
Reporting! These are definitely fingerprints. However, it's from a glove.
What?
Didn't I tell you? It's nothing but a worthless scrap of paper. Just think about it, you know, when handling important evidence.
Oh gosh. Got an itch on my back.
What kind of idiot wouldn't use gloves? Oh wait, wouldn't that be you, the idiot who doesn't know when to give up?
That's pretty harsh, talking to your son like that.
What's wrong with calling an idiot an idiot? If you want to be the best, you have to be heartless. I have no compassion for worthless individuals, not even my own son.
Pops! God, he's really got it fucking rough.
You know, you've always called yourself a genius prosecutor, haven't you? Didn't I explain to you this morning why you were a genius up until now? That's right, it was all because of me, because of my authority. You were always being protected by people like Courtney. And me. Now get that stinking face of yours out of my sight.
Stinking?
You know, now that I think about it, that stench might just suit you perfectly. Just keep it away from my nose, or my eyes will start watering.
Wrong. You're wrong, Pops.
Sebastian, what are you talking about?
You're the one who stinks, Pops. It's you, not me. No, Dad, I'm giving up your dream.
What?
You haven't noticed, have you? You smell, Pops. So much that you can't even hide it. Mr. Edgeworth, try smelling the handprint on the newspaper. The smell? It smells like oil. I know something that smells just like it. Come to think of it, back then. Dun dun dun! It smells like motor oil. Maintaining that motorcycle must be Blaze's hobby. That's right. The smell proves that. It proves that the culprit who hid the evidence was. It's no good. I guess I can't become the best after all. I'm too soft. I could never be so heartless. Oh, look at this little baby! Ah! No, I want your redemption. Come on, Sebastian, you could do it. I just can't bring down my father with my own hands. You know what? No, it's good that you have some sort of empathy, but that's what friends are for. Don't worry, Sebastian. We'll kill your dad for you. Not really kill him. Well, I guess I'll probably be put to death. Well, will he? No, just, well, let's move on. Summon your courage. Become a different prosecutor from your father. Wasn't that what you decided? We are prosecutors, and as prosecutors, we stand in the courtroom. In that case, isn't our duty to shed light on the truth? Exposing crimes and bringing criminals to justice, even if the criminal is your own father. That is your duty as a prosecutor. Just like Edgeworth did, sort of. Actually, I mean, he needed help from a friend too. But he also needed help from a friend. Didn't I promise you that if you have the courage to stand up, I will show you the way? I love this sprite of this sprite of Sebastian trying to hold his head up with a tear in his eye is like making me feel some sort of way. Like, it is just, I want him to succeed so bad. I literally couldn't stand this little shit in the beginning of the game, and now I would lay down on train tracks for him. I want him to succeed so bad. And if you cannot do it alone, then we shall do it together. This is, God, I love Ace Attorney. This is the shit I live for. This is why. This right here is why Ace Attorney is so fucking good. So fucking good. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm still gonna give him that little shitty fucking accent though. Allow me to present the evidence that connects this handprint with my father. The gloves, duh. This is the smell of motor oil, the kind used for maintaining motorcycles. Both myself and Mr. Edgeworth have smelled this exact same smell before. Blaze to best, it was in your garage! And wouldn't you say these fingerprints have a rather peculiar shape? The 5 letters that spell out death. It's exactly the same as your gloves.
Objection.
Ha! You can buy gloves like that from anywhere. Doesn't prove a thing.
Is that really the case? That's not the only thing that these 2 pieces of evidence have in common. The fingerprints on the newspaper that was used to wrap up the bell. And Blaze's mechanics gloves. This is the unmistakable similarity. Obviously, the worn-off A. If you examine the imprint left by the letter A, you'll see it unmistakably from this glove.
What?
And that's not all. And that's not all! Wait, there's more! There's one more item we must make note of, namely these dirt stains. I suggest we do a comparative analysis of the dirt stains from the newspaper and the glove. If the contents match up, then it will prove to be decisive evidence. Bailiff, please have these dirt samples sent to forensics for analysis immediately.
Edgeworth, Sebastian! You lovely prosecutors, do you have any idea who I am?
Pop, you can't run away anymore. It's been proven in court that you concealed the evidence, and that you tried to cover up for the defendant.
You're saying that I'm guilty? That I'll be sent to prison? Me? Blaze the best? A couple of snot-nosed punks are gonna make me disappear. There must be some mistake.
Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Be a man and admit your crime.
Objection.
Do you really think you can survive if I'm not around?
Yes. I'll be fine now. I thought I wanted to become the best prosecutor so I could get your approval, Pop. But when I was kidnapped by your men and stuck in that dark room, I started thinking. I am truly powerless. I despaired and averted my eyes from the truth. But at that moment, Mr. Edgeworth stepped in and showed me the way. And now I am no longer just a child chasing after his father's approval. I've become capable. I can find evidence all on my own by digging through the trash.
My men kidnapped you? Why were you?
Pops, I'll show you the truth you never knew through this trial.
Sebastian, how dare you speak to me like that?
You should have just stayed as an idiot's son. You may have hated me to the very end, Puff. But I've always looked up to you. Thank you for everything up until now. And goodbye. I'm literally speechless. Oh my god. That is something that you do not see enough. That is something you do not see enough in media. A true example of how it is you end up being a stronger person by being able to, instead of just like lashing back out at somebody and getting revenge or turning it into this horrible hatred, or you just, thank you for these lessons I've learned. They were really hard. I'm gonna move on now. Not like forgiving in a way. Not like forgiving and like say, oh, it's fine, it's okay. Yeah, you know, it was just trauma, it's fine. And then you like somehow redeem. I don't like the stupid redemption arc shit. None of that. No. But somebody realizing, you know what? I can do this differently. Truly realizing I can do this differently. And just accepting it and turning it the other, like that is a strong, holy shit. I hated this little motherfucker at the beginning. That is one of the strongest character developments I've ever seen. In any media. I mean, I've seen other examples of this, but like, come on. That is something that you do not see enough. This game is so underrated. Nobody plays the investigations games. Like, seriously, nobody plays the Miles Edgeworth spell. I get that this one wasn't released. I'm sorry. I just need to collect my thoughts. That, if I could inject this into my veins, I would. Like, oh my god. He literally just said, you may hate me, and you may have always hated me, and this may not change, but you know what? I always looked up to you. So thank you for giving me something to look up to. Thank you for giving me a chance to learn, even if it hurts so bad. But also, I don't need that anymore. I'm gonna go and move on now. Goodbye. That is so powerful. I'm geeking out so hard. I love Ace Attorney. I love Ace Attorney so much. I love Ace Attorney so much. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm reeling. I'm like, ugh. I'm gonna cry. Anyway. I need a drink of water. I'm just gonna oh god, I'll let him have his freak out. That is so good. So good. I'm gonna cry. It has been established that the evidence was concealed by Blaise de Best himself. A judgment regarding his concealment of evidence shall be delivered at a separate trial. The missing chisel and knife still have yet to be found. However, once a search of the waste disposal site is underway, they will surely be discovered.
The knife will be found. What will happen to me if it's found?
No need to worry. You'll simply receive the punishment you deserve for your crime.
Punishment for me? Blaise, what in the world are you doing? You... After all your boasting about being able to create your truths and not guilty verdicts, that's why I contacted you immediately after the prison incident in the first place. And to make matters worse, you even kidnapped the wrong kid? I just can't believe this. You really
really are completely useless. That was certainly a violent outburst, but you heard her, Prosecutor DeBest. Yeah, she got flustered and said a bunch of important stuff, right? Indeed. That was like a whole ass fucking confession. Like right there in the middle of the courtroom. In the courtroom. I don't know why I said it like that. Anyway, indeed, that's correct. He still doesn't seem very sure of himself. Very well. And with that, this court is adjourned.
Not so fast.
Lang, what are you doing? Lang, what are you doing? Lang, where did you come from? Who are you?
Judge Cordy, still too early for a happy ending. Lang Z says, the end of the trial is not always the end of the case.
And who might you be? Look at his fucking sunglasses.
The name's Shilong Lang. I'm just a humble lone investigator.
Do you have some objection with this trial?
Ha! Not a chance. The defendant there has a heart as black as a moonless night. Lang, don't tell me. Oh, the one from 12 years ago. You got it. Ain't this nice?
Why am I giving him a southern accent now?
Now you're finally going to prison where you belong. 12 years is a long time coming from us for a suspended sentence. Don't you agree?
Agent Lang, what are you talking about?
The SS5 incident from 12 years ago. It's a case I'll never forget.
12 years ago?
Well, a lot has changed. It all happened over 12 years ago. Back then, he and my father were close friends, and our clan protected the president's life. But then, he suddenly changed. It's as if he became an entirely different person. Nowadays, he doesn't even have a shred of faith in the police force of Zhang Fa.
12 years ago. I wonder what went on then. Might it have something to do with Lang's father and President Huang?
Patricia Rowland and you blazed the best. Back then, two of you killed off the Lang clan.
Oh, damn.
Were you involved in the incident 12 years ago? That's right, I was. However, I'm not here to chase after ghosts of the past. I'm here for you, Justine Courtney.
Me?
You and one other.
I forgot what voice I gave him. John!
Miss Courtney, you're coming along too.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? We're really doing this.
As a suspect in the murder of the president of Zhang Fa, Di Junhuang.
Objection indeed. Agent Lang, what evidence do you...
Not so fast.
Settle down, Mr. Prosecutor. The investigation has only just begun. We're gonna inspect the crime scene with the suspects in attendance.
Agent Lang, did he get his hands on some new pieces of evidence?
If you have any objections, then you can tag along as well.
I shall do just that. The end of the trial is not always the end of the case. There are still many mysteries yet unsolved surrounding the murder of the president. Namely, the true nature of the giant monster and... Oh god, I still think it's Nicole! That is, if you can bring me to justice, but I highly doubt that. The true identity of the person on the other end of the phone. I guess I'm saving my data. Oh my gosh. I'm also going to make a new save state. Boop. Oh my god. Oh boy. Outside Grand Tower. Doop, 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 doop. What voice did I give him? It was like really weird.
Could you please give it a rest already?
That's like a really old lady voice. The heck? I'm telling y'all, it's best for y'all's sake to come clean. The staff has their lips sealed shut as the report. God damn it, I don't even know. The staff has their lips sealed shut as the reporters continue their tenacious negotiations.
If you're not here to cooperate with the investigation, I must ask you to vacate the premises.
Put a sock in it, copper. Y'all couldn't even stop Mozilla's invasion. Not only did we secretly raise a giant monster, but now the staff is trying to cover it up. Like I said, we haven't been raising any monsters here at the film lot. But ain't you said you done saw Gordy yourself? Sure, I saw it, but it's not like we were keeping it at the film lot. Mind if we butt in? I love his theme so much. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth. And John. I don't know what fucking voice I gave him. Oh, y'all come here to search for the monster too? We're searching for a criminal, not a monster. Like G says. The darkness inside a criminal's heart can be likened to a monster. Well, when it comes to killing people, criminals aren't much different from monsters. That's fair.
Agent Lang, this is a problem. I can't let outsiders enter the crime scene.
These are all key figures in the case. I'd like them to be here when the investigation resumes. Agent Lang, regarding what you said about resuming the investigation, where do you intend to start? We'll start by reviewing the case. Today, the body of President Huang was found here at the film lot. The president's whereabouts from 2 nights ago are still unknown. It seems he snuck out from under the eyes of his bodyguards and ventured outside. And that night was the last time he was seen alive. It was that when he met with you, Judge Courtney, on the roof of the Grand Tower. So, why did you meet the president? That I cannot say. You can't tell us, even under suspicion of murder?
Can't say. Why not?
Miss Courtney, if you don't say anything, you'll only be more suspicious. Ha! She must have a reason to clam up. I think you're somehow involved in the president's assassination. The president's body was only discovered today. That still leaves a blank of 1 whole day after Judge Courtney met with him unaccounted for. Don't be so impatient. We're gonna fill in that blank right here, right now. The evening on that blank day in question is what's important. What happened here last night? So, why don't you tell us? John Marsh!
Me?
We know you were here last night. What? John was here? Between that little Miss's testimony and the footprints we found, we could easily prove it. John, you were rehearsing here last night, right?
You were spying on me.
I'm sorry. I just came to check up on things. You really shouldn't be staying up so late, you know. Mind your own business. John Marsh, that young lady was worried about you. You will not speak to her like that. Sorry. How many times have I told you to be more mindful of the way you speak? Oh, he got into trouble. Is it just me, or does Miss Courtney's personality seem kind of different? She seems to be as strict with her own son as she is with those who violate the law. Are you listening to me? And earlier as well. He is getting an earful. Oh no. You should always bear that in mind, no matter the occasion. Can we get on with the investigation already? Pardon me. For Judge Courtney to get carried away like that, this must be her motherly side. Agent Lang, do you suspect John? All I want is the truth. Why was the president killed? And I want to know who killed him. I'll do whatever it takes to find out. It seems the president was like family to him. John, would it be alright if we asked you a few questions?
Sure, it's fine. We've got nothing to hide anyway.
Look at his little Muzilla ears. I can't.
I wasn't feeling too great during yesterday's shoot, so I made a few bloopers. They're reshooting the scene today, so... Well, I decided to rehearse a little on my own, that's all. I do it all the time. There wasn't anything out of the ordinary.
You were rehearsing alone that late at night? John, when I called you last night, you told me you were at the hotel. You called him? About what time was that? I believe it was around 11 p.m. I require him to call me every night. That's our rule whenever he stays away from home.
The truth is, I was at the film lot during that time.
So you lied to me?
I'm sorry.
Miss Courtney sure is angry. Yeah, I'd be pissed too. I think it's admirable that he practiced on his own, even if he hid it from his mom. I'm sure she was simply worried. Who knows what could have happened to him out all alone so late at night. Well, I have an idea. There's a possibility he could have been kidnapped and used as some sort of ransom in a court case. Just a thought. What a concept. And in reality, he did get caught up in yesterday's incident. But John said there wasn't anything out of the ordinary, right? Is that really the truth? No. Hold it. John, you said you didn't feel well. Could you tell me more concretely what was wrong?
That doesn't matter. I just wasn't feeling well, right?
You weren't feeling well? Maybe you drank too much milk?
How'd you... No, I mean, that's not it.
Stop, you're gonna make yourself sick. So he didn't feel well because of his stomach? When I was young, I was told that chewing milk makes it easier on your stomach.
This conversation is over. Anyways, I made a few bloopers.
So they plan to reshoot the scene today, and you were practicing for that last night?
My mistakes cause a lot of trouble for the people around me. I'm a pro, so practicing that much more is natural.
He certainly does have an admirable sense of responsibility.
Johnny's incredibly dedicated to his craft. He didn't even make any major mistakes in those bloopers, but he said it would make the movie just a tiny bit better. Shut up! You don't need to go blabbering about stupid stuff like that. I'm sorry.
If only he was a little more cooperative, I'd have no complaints.
Anyway, that's what happened.
Let's see. John, about your testimony just now. John Marsh, don't I always tell you? If you're going to practice by yourself, you have to let me know beforehand.
I know!
My time to speak was completely stolen away from me. I shall ask you once more, John, about your testimony just now. But you know, John, I think that's really great. Again? I bet putting in an honest effort like that will make someone even more talented. You'll go from a little thief to a middle thief. And then someday you'll become a great thief. I'll be doing my best, so you do your best too, okay, John? Now then, if I may. John, do you often rehearse in that way? At last, at long last, I finally got to ask my question. There are no mistakes in that testimony, correct?
Of course there's no mistakes. It's just a normal, peaceful night. Nothing out of the ordinary happened at all.
A peaceful night? How can you say that when an incident like this has occurred? Okay, he is still a child. Please don't get seriously angry. So there was nothing out of the ordinary. He doesn't know anything at all about the incident. That's the impression I'm getting. But isn't there evidence that shows something did happen last night? The fact that there's a dead body, or there was a dead body behind us? I don't have time to waste dealing with a child's lies. Let's present the contradiction. Okay. Doesn't matter which one I pick because... His practice video, I suppose? There wasn't anything out of the ordinary. That's a lie, isn't it? We have evidence right here. Could that be... That's right. It's the video you recorded of your performance. Ugh. What? You're telling me you have a video from last night? Exactly. And in this video, there is clearly something that is out of the ordinary. This is a monster's footprint? Would you say that monster's footprints are commonplace on a film set? John, why did you conceal this video from us? No reason, really.
Not so fast.
Hey, pup, this is no joking matter. You had a reason to hide it, right? John Marsh, answer him clearly. But Mom! Well, I didn't want anyone to see me rehearsing. In other words, you're embarrassed about others seeing you practice. Bruh, same. Bruh, same though. There's like a, I don't even know what it's from, but there's like an audio I've seen on TikTok where it's just like, no one's allowed to see me when I'm making art. Although I do actually make art on Wednesdays, but it's different. It's different. Yeah, got a problem with that?
Not so fast.
You're saying that's why you hid the evidence. John! Oh! Quit nagging me! You've already busted me! What do you want? Yeah, the footprints were there, but I just practiced and headed home. How come you're so calm after finding those footprints? It's a monster, you know, a real-life monster. I was just a part of the set. Besides, there's lots of other weird stuff around here, too. He's suspicious, Chief. This kid's real suspicious. Kid's real sus. You're right. The smell of a scoop stinks to high heaven. Shut up. We're done talking. We're not done here yet. What now? The monster's footprints weren't the only unusual things that happened last night. Besides the monster footprints, what other unusual thing happened last night? The death of, well, I guess... Didn't this fall from the roof? Yeah, a monster's head fell from the roof of that building. Surely you must have known about that. I don't know anything about it. Is that true? I told you, I just practiced a bit and then I went back. I don't know anything about Mozilla's head falling or anything like that. Or do you have evidence to show that I know something? There certainly isn't any evidence of that. It's also possible that it fell after John had already gone back. There's no evidence, and like I said, we're done talking. Seems that John doesn't really want to talk about last night. Could he be hiding something after all?
Not so fast.
Ooh. Wait up. Agent Lang? It's as I thought. Thank you, Mr. Prosecutor. This video backs up my logic. Huh? Is there something in the video that's related to the case? Yeah, take a good hard look at the monster's costume on the top left. The Mozilla costume? Try comparing it with the one over there right now. It looks like it's just hanging there limply, though. And the zipper on its back is zipped up tightly. Oh, zipper on its back. What? This discrepancy is... Oh my god. Yeah, difference is plain to see. In the video, the zipper is clearly open. That's right. Someone was inside.
What?
Mr. Powers, is the costume zipper usually...
It's always zipped up tightly when it's not in use.
Mr. Prosecutor, do you remember my logic from before? 2 nights ago, Courtney pushed the president off the roof and killed him. Afterwards, she snuck into the film lot to hide the body. And here? Wouldn't it be easy to hide a body in a costume or behind all this equipment? Then, all she had to do last night was retrieve the body. You're saying the body was hidden inside the costume? Gross! I don't think Mr. Steel Samurai Man wants to wear that anymore. Yeah, that's right. Judge Courtney, 2 nights ago you pushed the president off the roof of the tower. You then hid the body inside the monster costume. I did no such thing. Say what you want, but you're the only one who could have done it. Nuh-uh. That should have already been proven impossible. The film lot was locked at the time. Judge Courtney could not have entered this place. And what if there was an accomplice? What? I'll tell you my reasoning, so listen up. Oh, here we go. Another one. Mother and son theory. When the president was pushed off the roof, John was waiting at the film lot. If John was an accomplice, the problem with the locks would be resolved. 2 of them then hid the president's body inside that monster costume over there. That's... You think this crime had such an elaborate plan? To take the life of a nation's president. An elaborate plan is to be expected, don't you think? John would never take part in such a crime. You're the one being suspected. Your words don't carry much weight. I wouldn't think those 2 had sufficient motive for something like this, though. Well, maybe they had a motive that we didn't know about. You were the last one to meet with the president, and you're still keeping the details secret. Don't you think it's only natural that you're being suspected? Judge Courtney, is there no way for you to tell us your secret? My apologies, I just cannot, no matter what. However, when the time I can talk about it comes, I will surely let you know. So, if you could please... Believe you? Is that what you wanted to say? That's what all criminals say. And you, pup, if you've got an explanation, hurry up and spit it out. I didn't do nothing. That's all I'm saying. Both mother and son won't talk. You still gonna defend them like this? It's true, Judge Courtney's actions are a mystery. However, we still don't know whether or not that ties in with the motive for murder. Yeah, that's right. Their motive for murder can wait. For now, let's talk about the situation surrounding the crime. And the fact that these 2 are the only ones who could have done it. Hold it. Agent Lang, don't tell me you're saying John was an accomplice. John still looks like a grade school kid. He's even got a kitty backpack to boot. How could he be an accomplice? There's just no way. Like I said, John's already in middle school, and the backpack is a part of his costume. Ling Z says, no matter how young the cub, never pity an ungrateful pup. He may be a little brat, but a villain deserves no mercy. So Mr. Ling Z didn't make any allowances for age? Mr. Prosecutor, you're not just defending him because he's a pup, are you? Of course, that was never my intention. I shall present suitable evidence in due course. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. My logic's just getting started. What if the locks... But it was forced open. Ah, shit, okay. I jumped the gun a little bit. Mr. Prosecutor, are you playing games with me? I'm playing games with both of you. The evidence says it all. In that case, the evidence is lying through its teeth. Ooh! No! Even if you defang him, he's still a wolf. As expected, he's tough. Yes, he's a worthy opponent indeed. I probably should get more information out of that statement. How would that resolve the problem?
I figured you'd ask that, Mr. Prosecutor, but you know, it's actually quite simple. Listen up. First, that woman pushes the president off the roof.
She pushes him off.
Then, the brat who knew the combination for the lock unlocks the film lot.
I see. The combination unlocks the brat. K, it's the opposite. The combination unlocks the brat. No, it's... My lights! My lights, where'd they go?
Let's... Let there be light!
We're back. My lights they just unplugged. Oh gosh. Gotta stretch. Ooh. Gotta stretch a little bit. Okay. Back to it. Okay, it's the opposite.
It's all it takes.
With this, the problem of the lock is solved. But the lock was forced open. Why would he need to force the lock if he knows the combination? Your theory that she couldn't get in because she didn't know the combination no longer flies. Regarding the lock, that certainly is a plausible explanation, except... Agent Lang, thank you for your clear explanation. Please, continue with what you were saying before. If you're gonna give up, you better do it now. Okay, hold on. I know I just did that, but like, I thought maybe I had to activate it. We just established that. Whatever. It's weird that I feel like that should have been correct, but whatever. All right. I'll just analyze the other statements. Supposing those two were accomplices, why would they have needed to leave the body hanging there for an entire day?
Why don't you give it a rest and take a good hard look at reality? Thanks to their trickery, our investigation has been confused up till now. Doesn't that about answer your question? Got it. Those two hid the body inside that monster costume over there. In the video, we cannot see the inside of the costume. So can you really say for certain that the body was placed inside? Yeah, I'll give you that much. In that case, why don't we try examining it? The inside of that costume. There might be some traces left inside. Mr. Powers, may we examine the inside of the costume?
Sure, go ahead. But it might be kind of stinky since I sweat a lot in there.
This is incredibly dirty.
That's strange. We always make sure to clean it after using it so that the sweat doesn't damage the costume.
Isn't this just the proof that someone besides you used the costume? I'd say that dirt from the body probably got into the costume. The president's body did fall on top of the monster's footprint. That must be where the dirt came from. Are you satisfied now? But the body didn't have any dirt on it, right? I like how the mechanics gloves are still actually pieces of evidence. I'm just gonna hold on. So dirt got into the costume when the body was hidden inside. Wouldn't that mean that the dirt was transferred from the body? Ha! Isn't that obvious? How else would you say it got in there? There's dirt stuck everywhere inside the costume. It looks particularly bad around the chest area. Dirt around the chest. We cannot overlook this fact. Mr. Lang's logic does seem to make sense. Indeed, if those two were accomplices, the crime certainly would have been impossible. So the use is to argue that point.
In that case, what should we do?
Firstly, we should have Agent Lang explain his reasoning in more detail. Let's draw out more information. Okay, I knew it. I was like, the body looked pretty clean, so I was like, how could it get dirt? It was really clean. Dirt got onto the costume when the body was hidden inside it. Is that really the case? You have a problem with that?
There's a fair amount of dirt inside the front of the costume. Yeah, that is a lot of dirt.
However, I would like you to focus on the state of the state the body is in. It's lying on top of the dirt, and yet there's no dirt on the front of the body. If the body really was inside the costume, then it's strange that the front of the body isn't stained with more dirt.
Well then, how would you explain it? How did the dirt get inside the costume?
From the video footage, it's very likely that someone was inside the costume. But just who could it have been?
Where have I seen this?
What's the matter, Kay?
I just feel like I remember seeing something that looked like this dirt somewhere before. But where was it? There were these bits of gray fragments mixed in with the dirt.
Gray fragments. There does seem to be something other than normal dirt mixed into it.
Something must have gotten stuck to it, and lots of it, I might add.
Something got stuck to it. This may merit a closer look. Where did we see the dirt that looks like what's stuck on the inside of the costume? The footprints? Right? Am I crazy?
Take that!
Oh shit, it was the gloves. I was kind of just taking a wild guess, but holy shit. This dirt has some gray bits mixed into it.
Huh? And what of it?
We found an item belonging to a certain man that was covered in the same type of dirt. That is to say, these gloves.
Those dirt stains certainly look the same, but
Tell me,
just what exactly is this gray substance?
this gray substance is concrete? This gray substance must be fragments of concrete.
You mean the stuff that was scattered around the monster's footprints?
Exactly. Meanwhile, who do these gloves, which are stained with the same kind of dirt, belong to?
Oh, I remember. We found it at Blaze's place.
Earlier today, we went to Blaze's garage. There, we discovered these dirt-stained gloves. Come to think of it, there were also hammers, shovels, and other tools placed inside as well. Why would mechanics gloves, intended to be used on machines, be covered in dirt? If he broke the concrete with the hammer and then dug into the soil with the shovel, then it's only natural for dirt like that to get on the gloves.
Then maybe...
Yes, the true nature of the monster's footprints has been made clear. It's possible that these footprints were dug up by Blaze the Best himself. Oh shit, he's still involved. Holy damn. Oh my god. It's possible? It's possible, you say? Please do enlighten me. Because I honestly have no clue. Why on earth would he do something like that? Why did he make the monster footprints? Thinking about it, the answer must be... he buried something? Would he bury something or would he dig something up? He buried the, oh my god, he buried the chisel and he buried something. Could it have been because he buried something?
He buried something? I smell treasure!
So what did he bury? He buried the, he had to have buried the evidence. You think the police wouldn't have already investigated that? There was absolutely nothing buried beneath those footprints. Oh, really? Oh. Oh, I really thought he, okay. In that case, we should assume the opposite. He dug something up. It probably went something like this. Last night at this spot, there was something that Blaze needed to dig up. Maybe he buried the evidence and then went to dig it up and then threw it away. I don't know. I feel like it has something to do with the missing knife and chisel. For that reason, he broke the lock on the back door and snuck into the film lot. Using the hammer and shovel, he set to work. Look at him digging up those footprints. He placed the items he dug up into his bag, but before he could fill in the holes, that's when John came to practice. Exactly. Oh, sorry, that was Kay's line. Anyway, Blaze panicked and had no choice but to hide himself in the Mozilla costume nearby. To think you would do so much with just a pair of dirt-stained gloves. However, all this is merely a possibility. There's still no proof that he was the one who was hiding inside the costume. For all we know, he might have left the scene once he finished digging. On the contrary, such proof does exist and can be seen in the video. Is that bag back there meant to be like Blaze's bag? Because that's... Anyway, when this video was recorded, Blaze was definitely inside the film lot.
What?
Though I can't blame Agent Lang for not noticing. Yeah, that's the bag. The difference... Oh, shit. And the one in John's video, along with the state of Blaze's garage, it's all too clear that Blaze was still here. What proves that Blaze was still at the film lot? The bag in the background right here.
Take that!
This bag placed near the costume. There was an identical one inside Blaze's garage. Ooh. First, the dirt on the gloves, and now the bag. It seems there is a connection. And that's my proof. Blaze was inside the costume. Ergo, the president's body could not have been hidden inside it. Yeah! It seems I was able to refute Agent Lang's reasoning.
Someone needs to go investigate Blaze's house right away, pal! We need to know what was inside the bag. What's inside the bag? Yes, sir!
Y'all pipe down and listen up. Y'all just been saying whatever works best for y'all. And the noisy one returns. I'm gonna quick little save here. I'm kind of getting tired. I'll be honest. I did have to wake up pretty early this morning, and I'm gonna have to wake up early tomorrow. So I'm probably gonna call it. You know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Actually, I'm pretty tired. So I'm sorry. This stream was a little bit shorter than normal. It just hit me like a ton of bricks how tired I am. That coffee wore off way too fast. But anyway, thank you guys. I'm gonna pause and actually one more save state just for kicks and jiggles up to 5. I'm gonna call it here though. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I hope that even though it was short, you still had a good time. I'll be streaming again on Wednesday. I'm going to be doing some digital art. I'm trying to get my commissions opened back up. I'm trying to put together a commission sheet, but I'm having some issues, but that's just my fault. But my commissions will be opening up, and you can watch me draw live on Wednesday. And then that'll be the only other stream this week because of the Thanksgiving holiday. So keep your eyes on Twitter. I have all my updates and stuff there. I'm trying to get together my I meant to send that thumbnail to myself. I forgot. I need to set a reminder for myself to do that. I'm trying to get my YouTube together for all of my, Midden knows that I'm ending the stream. For all of my video archive stuff and TikTok and Instagram. Just follow me everywhere, all my social medias. But anyway, hope you guys have a good night or morning or whatever time it is for you. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Bye.